If you know you do not know anything about plantain farming, don't think that little money can make you grow plantain and be successful. Some of them will give you contracts, and after running it halfway, not even halfway, they won't even wait for you to run it halfway. Some, you are just starting to help them out. They feel that you are an extortioner. They see us like, okay, we are coming to set up your plantain farming. You start seeing us as extortioners. I told somebody, pay 200,000 to register. The person is, can I pay 100,000? Can I pay 50,000? Do you know how much farmers do loss before they stand their feet? Do you know? Sometimes you can lose 3 million. Sometimes you can lose 2 million. Sometimes you can lose 5 million. Somebody called me one time ago. He said he planted 8 acres. After 6 months, he couldn't find plantain in that farm. Oh, you think it's just a bed of rosary? You've not learned anything. You don't have training. You don't have knowledge about plantain farming. You don't know how to start it. You don't know the factors that you look into. You don't understand the weather. You don't understand the soil. You don't understand how to build perfect plantain farming. You just, I used to go with my father when he used to plant pepper in those days. My father used to plant watermelon. I used to assist him. I remember when my father used to plant corn, maize at the back of his house. He used to plant. Let me hear word. Enough of all this. Your father used to plant maize. Yes, you assist him to plant pineapple. But even your father and their forefathers do not understand scientific farming. They were never doing farming to understand farming. They were never having the mentality to farm, to farm large system of farming. They were not picking, if I have opportunity to farm 1,000 hectares, if I have opportunity to farm 10,000 hectares, in fact, I'm having a vision to drive into 100,000 hectares. They were not having a vision to farm beyond 1 plot. 2 plots. When my father was farming those days when we were growing, he was only farming 2 plots of land. And the 2 plots is 100 by 200 in the south here. While in other places, they call it 4 plots in other places, but we call it 2 plots here. That was what I saw my father planting. Then after some time, he now added on that 2 plots to it. And that's what we're managing as we're growing for him. That is the height that their eyes can see. They can't see beyond managing beyond 100 acres. They don't even know what is acres. They can't even measure acres. They can't measure a chain. They don't know how to measure 100 hectares or 1 hectare. They don't know the size of half an hectare or 1 hectare. They do not know. This is the kind of mentality they are possessed with or they have. This is the kind of vision they have, and this is where you are trained. Hey. All right. I have a very serious topic to pass across to you. Factors influencing plantain scarcity. Let me go into that topic before I come back to other topics. I have thousands of topics to teach you on plantain farming. That is where I reside. Ask me for my address. I will say number plantain farming base 2 _5 street 4 log 8. That's plantain farming. That's my address in plantain farming. So, factors influencing plantain scarcity. Those who understand this topic, the last topic I taught, I touched into plantain scarcity. And one Mr. Israel Olajide asked question because he was concerned. I know many of you are concerned, but you are not asking right question. You don't even know how to start your question. You don't know from which angle you should start building up your question, because by the time you develop asking question, that is when you start farming. You don't start farming in the forest. You start farming on Facebook, on social media platform. That's where your farming starts. Mr. Olajide, I appreciate you for being able to develop courage to bring your question into the platform. Please, everyone who is listening, we're in a classroom. You don't know, if you don't know before, know it today. We're in a classroom where only those who are able to produce this kind of plantain, if you don't have the, if you don't have, if you can't produce this kind of plantain, you have not passed your level 1. And you want to graduate at level 5, right? If you can't grow this plantain, if you can't grow this size of plantain, you have not been able to pass your level 1. Yeah. So know it today that we are in a class. Those who are not asking questions, you can't join the club because there is something we are building. You will soon see it. You can't join the club. Thank you, Mr. Israel Olajide. His question goes like this. Oga, sincerely, we've lost count at the moment. But the truth is that reality will only set in when someone gets into the business of plantain. Maybe you are not seeing very well. You wear goggle after you start. Hey, now so he had. Now so he be. Hey, I don't know, say the road is a narrow road. Only few are able to get through. It's like an elephant passing through, the Bible says, the eyes of a needle, right? Me, I say, it's like using a bottle cover, Coke, drinks, Sprites, that kind of Sprite, the cover, the normal breakable bottle, the cover, you go to the ocean to empty it. Yeah, because you cannot see. That's what Olajide is trying to say, that until you start it, you can't understand the way to go. You can't understand how deep you can't understand the setback that happens along the line of plantain business. You can't understand the truths, the facts that hold plantain business or plantain farming. You cannot understand. That's what Olajide is saying. But me, I want to tell Mr. Olajide and everyone who has read this one that you can, by following my teaching, because I teach the depths, because I said I have up to 1,000 topics to teach on plantain, meaning the soft side, I'm teaching it. The hard side, that's when I use the word, the dark realities in farming business. You understand that I'm trying to talk about the hard side. That's what Mr. Olajide is trying to talk about here. You can't understand the depth of it. He now make reference to some things that he was thinking in his mind. He said, number 1, wind. Very disastrous. That can fight your investments when you invest into plantain farming. He said, number 2, theft. He said, number 3, delay in fruiting. Delay in fruiting. These are the basic plant influencers of plantain scarcity. Sir, there are more. You have just listed 3. There is kidnapping, which is different from theft. You get it? There is lack of money. There's lack of money, right? I've added 2 to it now. What else? There is lack of money, right? There is skill acquisition. Lack of skill acquisition, right? That's how many. Olajide Israel mentioned 3. I've added another 3 now. Lack of skill. You don't have the skill to go into it. You are called novice. Let me add another one. Passion. Lack of passion. There are many. Mr. Olajide, you tried. These are the influencers of scarcity. Understanding this topic will only strengthen the mind of those who are willing to go into it with full force. Not only everyone that wants to go into it wants to spend 200,000 to register. Yes. People pay more than that for to do what? To have a talk section. If you want to have a talk session with me, you pay 200,000. You want to have long term discussion with me, and I'll start exposing you to the realities in plantain farming. Do you think I will expose the 100% here online? Even what I have exposed in the past, many are still coming to ask me. I have exposed lots of things you do before you go into plantain farming, before, during, and after. People, they are there. I have over 500 topics, or no, 500 posts. But how many can you watch? So new people come in and they want to know. You want to have a talk session with me. You want to have a private session with me on to organize. You see, most farmers just think that it is when they are ready to start their plantain farming, that is when they start needing a coach to give them guidelines. Some of them want to even take they want to take without paying. Watching video, you're already paying something. Then you want to come directly to me to start discussing. Sir, I have 50 plots of land. I have 10,000 plots of land. I have 50 acres. Now I have um, I have the, the drive to go into plantain farming. Now, can you please tell me how many plantain can I put in 1 acres? Then how do I plant it? Do I plant it straight or do I plant it bent? How do I start it? Some of them will just even come, they'll start discussing. I'm having it in mind to start my plantain farming next year or 3 months from now. Yes, I'm going to start from like this. They will start teaching you. They don't know anything. And little did these people know that plantain farming, you